Hello and welcome to Ann Arbor, Michigan. It's a beautiful day here, and you're listening to WCBN Sports broadcast of Michigan basketball. I'm Andrew Hausman alongside Dennis Dahlman, and this is Michigan versus Illinois. Both teams sitting at 12-7 on the year, 2-4 in the Big Ten. Both desperate for a win to keep their tourney chances alive. Michigan fell in Champaign in the first meeting. Actually got blown out in Champaign. That wasn't even close. What can Michigan do in this rematch to get this win and protect their home floor?
Well, this is a huge one. Michigan really needs to defend their home floor and, as you mentioned, keep their tournament chances alive for the Wolverines. This is going to be a run-and-gun matchup. Both teams are among the highest scoring in the Big Ten. You got to look for your stars to step up in these kind of games. Zach Irvin really needs to be shooting the three ball well tonight for the Wolverines.
You mentioned two of the highest scoring teams in the Big Ten. These are also the two worst defenses in the Big Ten. What kind of scoring do you think we'll see here, and what can Michigan do to improve on their defense from last game? They gave up a bunch of points in that loss to Michigan. That was actually, they got blown out in that game. What can they do to lock down the paint and improve their defense?
Yeah, giving up 85 to Illinois last game, that's not good. I think it starts by forcing Illinois to hit those jumpers, contesting on the outside, and really making sure our big men are paint contesting. DJ Wilson's got a big job here on defense tonight. Make sure they can't get those easy buckets at the rim.
All right, as we approach tip-off here, we're going through the starting lineups for both teams. For Michigan, who's the X factor here this afternoon?
Not much of an X factor, but the most important factor, as I mentioned earlier, it's got to be Zach Irvin. Michigan has sort of lived and died with his shooting this year, and it's got to fall tonight for them if Michigan wants to get this win and progress forward in the Big Ten.
And for Illinois, who is their X factor? Obviously, Malcolm Hill is their leading scorer, and Michigan did an okay job keeping him in check, but he was able to get the free throw line. Who's going to be the defender to lock him down?
You know, with Hill, it's sort of going to be a little bit by committee, but you got to like Derek Walton coming off on some help side defense. He's got elite quickness, and hopefully that'll do the job.
All right, we are just moments from tip-off here. Once again, you're listening to WCBN Sports coverage of Michigan basketball, getting set here to take on the Fighting Illini of Illinois. Michigan with their same starting lineup that they've had almost all year long. It's going to be senior Derek Walton at the point guard, Muhammad Ali Abdur-Rahman at the 2, Zach Irvin at the 3, DJ Wilson at the 4, and Mo Wagner at the 5. For Illinois, it's also their normal starting 5. Tracy Abrams, the 6th-year senior. The point guard, they got Jalen Coleman-Lands at guard, along with Malcolm Hill, the team's leading scorer, Leon Black at power forward, and the center, Maverick Morton, who really beat up Michigan in the last matchup. Seconds from tip-off here. DJ Wilson against Maverick Morton to take the tip. We're just about ready to get underway. About a 60% full Chrysler Center here on a late January afternoon. The ball is up. Maverick Morton tips it back to Abrams, but that's tipped back to Derek Walton, and he'll bring it up, control across half court. Wilson on the right wing, up to Abdur-Rahman up top. Takes a few dribbles to his left. Passes to Wagner. Wagner up to Wilson. Wilson finds Irvin. Irvin looks to drive in, lays it in. Easy reverse layup for Zach Irvin, and Michigan leads 2-0.
That's a great start for the Wolverines.
Abrams bringing the ball up the court for the Illini. Guarded by Walton. This is off to Coleman-Lands, right back to Abrams. Now finds Hill on the left wing. Looking for Morgan inside, guarded by Wagner. Dribbles, takes a step back jumper off the glass. Gets a friendly roll from the rim, and that one falls. Evens the score at 2-2 here.
That's a tough bucket. Not a bad job by Wagner on defense there.
We got Walton hands it off to Wilson. Looking for Abdur-Rahman. Cuts in, easy lay-in, and 2 easy buckets for Michigan so far. They lead 4-2.
Beautiful feed, seeing Rahman cut inside there. Awesome job, DJ Wilson.
Abrams guarded by Walton up top. Dribbles to his left. Hands it off to Hill. Hill doubled. Gets it back to Abrams. Abrams looking inside. Calling for a screen, directing traffic up top. Guarded by Walton. 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. Switches on to Wilson. Dribbles in the lane. Step back jumper. And that one is off the mark. Rebounded by Wagner. Off to Irvin. Now Walton bringing it up the 4. Off the right side. Over to Irvin. Irvin for 3. And that one rims out. Looked like it was pure off the release, but unable to get to fall. Here's Hill guarded by Irvin up top. Gets 2 screeners. Wide open man in the paint, but that one's stripped away from Walton. Here come the Wolverines the other way. Abdi Rockman to the paint, and he is fouled on the floor. And they're actually going to call that a travel. Looked like he got bumped. Dennis, what do you make of that call?
Yeah, it's a tough break for the Wolverines. Beautiful job by Walton getting the steal and deflection. Rockman took it aggressive to the rim and, could go one way or the other. That's a break for the Wolverines. Illinois gets the first one of the game.
Abrams bringing the ball up the court. Illini taking their time to get set up on offense. Here's Coleman Lewis off to Hill. Hill guarded by Wagner up top. Tries to pass it in. That one's batted down by DJ Wilson. 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock. It will be Illinois basketball still.
Great job by Wilson defending that perimeter, using his length and athleticism to guard some of these smaller, quick guys on Illinois.
Illinois to inbound, and it is Hill taking the pass. Looks for Abrams, got it in the corner. Feeds into Morgan. Morgan puts it on the deck and lays it in. Nice little jump hook there by the big man. Evens the score of 4 apiece. Abdur Rahman bringing up the court on the left side. Dishes to Irvin. Irvin looking for Wagner. Wagner over to Wilson on the right wing. Back to Walton up top. Walton fakes one, goes the other, pulls up for 3, and that one is off the back rim. Rebounded by Hill. Hill coming the other way, guarded by Zach Irvin. Dribbles to his right, double team. Looking for another guy to pass to, finds Coleman Lewis. He's doubled. Finds Morgan in the corner. Morgan drives on Wagner, he's cut off. Looking for a man, he's working in the paint, spins, lefty hook, and that is no good. Rebounded by Wagner. Wolverines coming the other way. 4-4, 17 to go here in the first half. Wagner for 3, and that one is off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Abrams. Abrams coming the other way. Gets around a screen, gets into the paint, and they're going to call a push on Michigan. So the Wolverines' first foul of the game. That's on Mo Wagner, his first. And looks like he will get a quick hook here as Mark Donnell checks in.
Boy, Michigan's got to look to get deeper into their possessions. There's been a couple of premature threes. They haven't really been able to get ball movement and work for better looks. We'll see how Beeline adjusts.
Michael Finke coming in for the Illini. Easy bucket there for the Illini right off the inbounds pass. They got a nice screen for Malcolm Hill, and he's able to lay it in.
Lack of discipline there by Wolverines on the inbound.
Wilson on the right wing, guarded by Hinkie. Up to Irvin, now over to Walton. Walton almost has it knocked away by Abrams. He'll get it back, now driving to the paint. Looks to pull up, keeps his dribble alive. Over to Irvin, right back to Walton. Walton, guarded by Morgan. Drives in, kicks to the corner. Wilson will now drive in himself, and it gets the runner to fall.
Beautiful move by DJ Wilson. I'll tell you what, has he improved this year or what?
Very impressive stuff by DJ Wilson. Scored quite a few points and really was the lone offensive bright spot in that loss to Illinois in Champaign. Here's Abrams up top. Calls for a screen and gets it. He'll get right into the lane, and he is bumped by Mark Donnell on the floor. Mark Donnell slow to recover from that pick and roll. And what did you make of Mark Donnell's struggles late in that Wisconsin game? Arguably not costing Michigan the game, but really hurting their chance to get back into that game.
Yeah, it's very difficult when you can't rely on a guy like Donnell. It really shortens the Michigan bench. We need his presence. Michigan needs his presence. And he has to be hitting his shots down low. And he frankly was not able to do that. Hurt them going away against Wisconsin.
Inbound to Morgan. Here's Hill. Drives on Irvin. Pull-up jumper. That one's tough and unable to get it to fall. Rebounded by Walt. One coming the other way. Right-handed dribble right into the lane, and he is fouled on the floor. So it seems to be quick whistles here. That will take us to the under-16 timeout. We're tied at 6 apiece here in Ann Arbor. You're listening to WCBN Sports coverage of Michigan basketball. So, Dennis, we saw both teams really getting to the lane with ease. What can Michigan do to continue that success on offense while also shutting down the Illini?
On the Michigan end and on offense, I truly believe it's all about using that clock. Illinois likes to run fast, and this year Michigan has had a tendency to play to the style of the other team. Although Michigan has been a high-scoring team, they get their better looks when they're penetrating and kicking out. They've had a couple good looks late, have not been able to put them down. Defensively, they've actually been doing a pretty great job playing defense. Irving forced a tough look earlier there. Wagner's been doing a great job playing stand-up defense on Morgan.
John Beilein, in his press conference earlier this week, hinted we might see some of the younger guys getting some opportunities. The seniors aren't living up to their reputations as experienced players. Do you think any of these younger guys are going to get in the game early here, see some early substitutions? We already saw Donnell coming in for Wagner. That one's a pretty typical substitution. Could we see any other potential guys coming in? Teschke coming in, maybe even E.B. Watson? What do you think here?
Potentially, it's going to come down to foul trouble, and as you mentioned, there's been a quick whistle today, so I wouldn't be surprised to see either one of those guys come in the first half if one of the Michigan's regular rotation guys gets into foul trouble.
So we are here at the under-16 timeout. It is Star Wars night here in Ann Arbor, and plenty of Star Wars characters dressed up here, much to the delight of the crowd. A lot of children in attendance here, but gotta say, pretty disappointing showing from the students. The section 130, which is still a lower bowl section, not even halfway full. And here we are getting into the game. Students still filing in. What do you make of this, Dennis?
Yeah, you do not like to see that on a Saturday at 2:15. You don't even have the bulk of your student section filled up. It's one thing for the periphery and the upper bowl, but that is not typical of a Big Ten game, especially one of this magnitude, and sort of is indicative of how this Michigan basketball team has been performing this year, and the students are reflecting their thoughts on that.
All right, we are coming out of the under-16 timeout. It will be Michigan's ball on the floor. Sticking with the same five they had coming out of that timeout. We'll see if the Illini make any substitutions. So far, pretty identical stat lines for both teams. Both teams have all 6 of their points in the paint, as we mentioned, getting to the bucket with ease, and that's what Michigan will look to do here on offense. Irvin will inbound the ball. He's guarded by Finke. And we have a stoppage in play. They had a lengthy timeout there, and they're still getting the floor cleaned up. Now Irvin will have the chance to inbound. Irvin still looking for a man. Dishes all the way back to Abdur-Rahkman in the backcourt. He'll bring it up. Full shot clock for the Wolverines. Now Derek Wallen will take the ball and call out the set. Wilson on the right wing. Back to Wallen up top. Looking for a man. Irvin on the left wing. Back to Wallen. Wallen into Wilson. Wilson down low, and he is able to lay it in. Another bucket in the paint for the Wolverines. That's been their emphasis, and they're doing a good job so far.
Beautiful ball movement there and an awesome feed inside the Donnell.
Here's Lucas bringing the ball up. Now finds Hinkie on the right wing. Hinkie looking for his man inside. Back to Hill up top. Thought about a three. Now we'll bring it back down. Dish to Lucas on the right wing. Lucas takes a few dribbles to his right. Passes it off. Now back. Finds the cutting Hill. And he makes a tough reverse layup. Impressive play there by Malcolm Hill. He's already got actually 4 points for him. And we're going to have a stoppage in play here. Unsure what it is. I believe it's another wet spot on the floor.
Maybe something to do with that Star Wars.
I don't know what's going on here. The refs will go to the monitor. I don't know what they're looking at here, but both teams will get a 3 little mini timeout. And got to give Michigan's defense credit on that one. They forced a tough shot for Malcolm Hill, and he's able to get it to fall.
Absolutely. Hill flashing the athleticism, a beautiful layup, switching hands, control all the way, and it was a no-doubter once he put it off the glass. Michigan has been doing a great job forcing Hill to make tough shots and make tough plays. They've been pestering him all game long, but for the start of it, he seems to be having success.
Unsure what the referees are looking for here. Michigan will keep their same 5. Illinois with another substitution here. It is 8-8. Both teams with all 8 points in the paint so far. Both shooting identical, 4 of 7 from the field. So pretty much mirrored each other so far in this game. It's been a pretty slow-paced game so far. Not what you expected coming into this game, with 2 high-scoring teams, 2 poor defenses. It's a kind of a slow pace, lulled to sleep by a lot of these stoppages. Unsure exactly what this is.
It appears we'll be resuming play now with Rahkman inbounding.
So we never got any word on what that stoppage was, but nonetheless, we are back underway here at Chrysler Center. Walton bringing the ball up the floor, looking to get in the paint again, up to Donnell up top. Now hands it off to Irvin. Irvin looking to penetrate. Back to Wilson on the left wing. Wilson, spin move. Dishes to Walton. Quick look over to Rahkman. Rahkman for 3. He is fouled. Unable to get it to go for the 4-point play, but he will have 3 free throws coming up. He got pushed there. Silly play there by Illinois. That's on Coleman Lands.
Tell you what, that was some gorgeous ball movement by the Wolverines. Tic-tac passing, Spurs-esque.
Coleman Lands played innocent, but he clearly made some contact on Rockman. First one is off the front of the rim, so that's no good for the Wolverines. Next one coming up for Abdur Rahman. Abdur Rahman puts up the second one. That one is good. And there's quite an impressive Illinois student presence up in the upper reaches of the Chrysler Center. It is easy to get to Ann Arbor in just about 5 hours from Champaign, but impressive that they get this many students to show up when Michigan can't even fill their lower bowl student section in a home game. Abdur Rahman unable to get the third to go as well, so he only gets one. It's 9-8, and Hill will bring the ball up the floor. He's guarded by Irvin up top. Gets a pick. Don't have to do much with it. Calls for another screen. There'll be a switch by Wilson onto Hill. Hill hands it off, gets it right back. Guarded by Wilson. Penetrates, puts it behind his back. Goes in, tough leaner, and he's able to get that to fall. Malcolm Hill showing off his athleticism. He's got 6 points already for the Illini. Walden dishes to Abdur Rahman. Now Wilson, right back to Walden up top. Walden looking for a cutting Irvin. That one's a little bit too far. He's able to corral it. Wolverines continuing their ball movement. Wilson looks to pull up, now puts on the floor, dishes off to Walden. Walden dribbling in, pull-up jumper. That one is well off the mark. Almost rebounded by Wilson, and that's going to be knocked out of bounds by the Illini. So a State Michigan's ball, fresh shot clock for the Wolverines.
We have yet to see a jump shot fall this afternoon.
Yeah, both teams are getting into the paint, but unable to get their jump shots to fall. Both teams 4 of 7 from the floor. Duncan Robinson coming in for Abdur Rahman.
Fresh shot clock for the Wolverines.
Irvin inbounds to Wilson. Wilson just palming the ball with his massive paws. To Walden, over to Irvin. Now with Duncan Robinson, newly checked into the game. Finds it up top. Over to Wilson on the right wing. He will pull up for 3, and that is good. Hinkie did not respect his shot, and he made him pay. It's 12-10 Michigan.
TJ Wilson looking to pass first. Doesn't get the respect from the defender, makes him pay.
Abrams dishes off to Williams, who just checked in for the Illini. Here's Lucas up top. Lucas gets a screen. Wilson will switch on to him. And there's a shot by Nichols. That one's no good. Rebounded by Michigan, coming the other way. 3-on-2. Walden is shoved, but no call. Duncan Robinson thought about a 3, but pulls it back down. Michigan will go into their offensive set. 20 seconds to go on the shot clock here. They lead 12-10 at the Chrysler Center. Here's Walden on the left wing. Walden finds Duncan Robinson. He pulls up for 3. And that one's off the front of the rim. Hand in the face.
Tough look.
Illini coming back the other way. Lucas guarded by Walden on the right wing. Dribbles to his left. Right on the edge of the block at Emmett center court. Lucas goes to his left. He's doubled there. Gets a screen. And that one is taken away by Duncan Robinson. And that's going to be a loose ball foul. Duncan Robinson had a clear path to the basket, but was unable to corral the ball. I think they're just going to call that a normal personal on the floor.
Ball to Michigan nonetheless.
And that is the second personal on Hinkie. So a key bench contributor for the Illini, already in a little bit of foul trouble here with 12:42 to go in the first half. Irvin will inbound to Walton. Right back to Irvin. Irvin bringing up the right side of the floor. Wilson has it. Dribbles up to the top. Now here's Walton on the left wing. Walton gets a screen. Dishes off to Donnell, and Donnell just fumbles that ball away. Walton's going to say that one's on him. What do you think about that?
Mark did not look ready for that ball. He was cutting, and it looked like Walton had a little bit of better vision than him. He would have had a clear path to the basket and an easy bucket if he was looking for that one.
It would have been another easy lay-in for Michigan, but they are unable to get it, and they'll have their first turnover of the game. Here's Lucas up top. Malcolm Hill over on the left side, guarded by Irvin. He'll drive into the lane, dishes off, and that one's fumbled away. I believe it was off Malcolm Hill, so it will be Michigan ball. That's Illinois' third turnover. And we'll see a change in the point guard position and the center position. Mo Wagner coming back in for Donnell, and Xavier Simpson coming in for Derek Walton. Irvin will inbound to Xavier Simpson, who's bringing it the other way. He's got the ball up top. Irvin on the left side. Gets a screen from Wagner. Pull-up jumper, and that one is no good, but slammed right back down by DJ Wilson.
Slam on the putback.
Michigan leads by 4. That got the crowd going here. They're louder for this Illini possession. And that one's turned over. Here comes Michigan the other way. Simpson looking to push. And good recovery defense there by the Illini, able to shut down Michigan's fast break. They'll have to go into their set. Duncan Robinson on the left wing. He'll pull up for 3. And that one's good. Michigan's on a mini run here.
As pure a stroke as you'll see in the Big Ten, Duncan Robinson, he can shoot the lights out of the gym. But I'll tell you what, star of the game thus far, DJ Wilson, been playing with tremendous energy. That putback dunk brought this crowd to life, and it made it feel like almost a full house.
And Michigan's on an 8-0 run in the last 2 minutes. Illinois hasn't scored in the last 3 minutes.
I'll tell you what, holding this Illinois team to 10 points almost halfway through the first half, a team that's averaging almost 77 points a game, that's a tremendous accomplishment for the Wolverines.
Yeah, Michigan's defense looked much improved against Wisconsin in that midweek matchup. That's a tough place to play going into the Kohl Center, and they looked a lot better on defense, and that's all Michigan could hope for was to get a lot better on defense. They have 85 points to this team last time. Does not look like they're on pace to do that here this afternoon.
To be honest, this is more of a Wisconsin score. 17-10, 11:26 to go in the first half. And the Chrysler Center is going crazy for some free Pizza House pizza.
Yeah, timeout by the Illini, looking to calm the team down and get back to their ways. They've been pretty slow, methodical in their offensive sets, and just sloppy. In this 8-0 run by Michigan, they've had 3 turnovers, and that's why they're not scoring the basketball.
Well, the difference here in the run is earlier on, Michigan was missing their jumpers, and they've started to connect.
Yeah, that's a good recipe for Michigan. Again, this is one of the worst defenses in the Big Ten, along with Michigan as well. So Michigan needs to continue to put their foot on the pedal. We saw them just in Tuesday night against Wisconsin. They had a big run, hit back-to-back 3-pointers to go up 6, and then allowed a 12-0 run for Wisconsin to retake the lead by 6 points. That really was the dagger for Michigan.
Bronson Koenig, unbelievable in that one. Really took the game over and brought it home for Wisconsin. It would have been a huge victory for the Wolverines in terms of their tournament resume to get a win over at the Kohl Center, as you mentioned. Very difficult place to play. Michigan's going to have to look for other wins, especially defending their home court if they want to build their tournament resume.
Yeah, looking ahead for Michigan, who do you see as these potential victories to kind of sneak in the tournament?
When you look at it, you need to get the big W. You need to beat some ranked teams, and right now, Michigan and in the Big Ten, there isn't any teams within the top 10, which is atypical, I think. Beating your rivals is huge. Ohio State would be a nice win, more fan-wise, but I think you got to go and beat Michigan State. I think you got to beat Wisconsin at home. I think you got to beat Purdue at home. Those 3 would be really huge because you don't have that one win like you would in the ACC to be able to beat a Duke or beat a North Carolina and get that top 5 wow factor win. So they're going to have to do it with a medley of different wins, maybe not on the same level.
And this is the last game for Michigan before a brutal stretch coming up. We'll detail that a little bit later as Illinois gets the ball back underway. Lucas bringing the ball up the floor, defended by Simpson. Here's Morgan on the left wing, back up top. Dishes off to Hill, right back to Hill, and quick ball movement here by the Illini. Gets into the paint, and he's just hounded, blocked by DJ Wilson. And here come the Wolverines the other way. Irvin off to Duncan Robinson. Looks to get into the paint to Wagner, but that one's shut down. Irvin will slow it down a little bit. Up to Wagner up top. Wagner defended by Morgan. And there will be a foul. I believe that'll be a illegal pick on Duncan Robinson. The crowd does not like that. But as you mentioned, they have been pretty quick with their whistles. So Michigan turns it over.
An extremely young lineup out there for the Wolverines. Zach Irvin being the only senior. You love to see that youth having the success they have.
And quite the bench lineup here by the Illini. They play a number of guys. They've got Tate in there. Still Malcolm Hill to run the ship. He's got the ball up top at the right wing. Dishes over to Lucas. I mean, that's going to be a foul Abrams was fouled as he went to the basket. That's going to be the second on Wagner. Derek Wallen getting ready to check back in. Oh, that is going to be on Duncan Robinson.
Takes up too quick.
He's got to sit right back down. He helped contribute to that run with good ball movement and a big three-pointer. Here's Malcolm Hill, looks to pull up for three. Instead, he'll drive, and there'll be another foul. 3 fouls on Michigan in a matter of about 10 seconds of gameplay. John Beilein not happy with that. He's in the referee's ear.
I'll tell you what, they have been consistent in keeping this one called close, but you got to say that might have been a little ticky-tack there.
Inbound to Hill. He'll pull up for three, and that one is no good off the back rim. Rebounded by Illinois. Another offensive board by Black. Black will spin in, tries to throw it down, slips out his fingers, but he's able to get the lay-in.
Have to finish your box outs if you're Michigan. You cannot allow these second chance points, especially to a team that needed something to get them going.
Wilson has the ball on the right wing, guarded by Black. Active hands by Black. Interesting defensive style. Wallen's got the ball up top, and maybe a little bit of acting job, but the Wolverines get a call back there. He was bumped in the face. I think that was just a ticky-tack at some of the calls on the Wolverines, but they're adapting to what the referees are calling, and then they're able to pick up a foul there. 14th foul in the lineup.
Consistency is the only thing you can ask from referees. If they're going to call it like this and call it consistently, coaches will adjust.
Irvin's got the ball on the left wing. Walton's got it up top. Guarded by Tate. Wagner driving to the lane, reverse layup. That one's no good. Just left it a little bit short. Tate moving the other way. Tate gets a screen from Morgan. Holds on to the ball. Off to Black. Now Hill to Morgan inside. Morgan puts on the floor against Wagner. And that is a travel. Great defense by Wagner.
Wagner has been doing a tremendous job getting the better of that matchup on Morgan thus far.
Morgan does have 4 points, but he absolutely lit up Michigan in that matchup. 8 of 9 shooting for 16 points. And Wagner doing a much better job keeping him in check here today at the Chrysler Center. Here's Xavier Simpson. Hands it off to Irvin, who dribbles in. Back to Simpson. Simpson looks to pull up now, brings it back down. Driving into the lane. And he traveled as well. So these teams really just being mirror images of each other. And we saw it in the first 4 minutes of the game. Both teams were able to get into the paint with these, get some easy buckets. Now they're just kind of matching each other, turnover for turnover, easy bucket for easy bucket. But Michigan does have a 5-point advantage.
We have yet to see a good stretch of pretty basketball from both teams.
Already 5 turnovers for the Illini, 4 for the Wolverines. Tate bringing the ball up the floor. Simpson's on him. Now here's Hill up top, looking to penetrate, puts it behind his back. Good defense by Zach Irvin. Morgan on the left wing, back up top to Tate, or that's Abrams out there. Tate's on the right wing. 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. Abrams looks to penetrate, guarded by Walton. Dishes in the corner. That one goes out of bounds off of the hands of Nichols. Nichols really hurt Michigan in that last matchup. Only 6'6". He's listed as a forward, but plays more as a wing. And he had 5 offensive rebounds in that game, and now he's had a number of turnovers in this game, so a little bit of reversal of fortunes for the Wolverines there.
Excellent dribble penetration there by Abrams. You got to be able to hang on to that. That was a good pass from the kick. Fortunate for the Wolverines, goes off his hands out of bounds.
Wallen brings it up the floor to Wilson. Now here's Rockman up top. Finds Wagner, back to Wilson up top. Screen over to Zach Irvin. He'll dish it off to Wagner. 16 seconds to go on the shot clock. Irvin on the left wing. Feeds Wagner in the post. Working on Morgan. And he had traveled again. That was a pretty obvious call there. Back-to-back travels for Wolverines.
It's a walkathon here in Ann Arbor, I'll tell you what.
Not pretty basketball, as you mentioned, Dennis. You're listening to WCBN Sports coverage of Michigan basketball. Hill bringing it up the floor. Hill will now dribble in on Irvin. Pull-up jumper gets him in the air. Tough shot there. Unable to get to fall. Rebounded by Wallen. He is fouled. You know, that's what Wallen's had an inconsistent year, but that's one of his strengths that has shown through all of his 4 years here at Michigan, continuing to show a great ability to hit the boards as a small guard.
Tremendous instincts, understanding how the ball reacts off the rim, and then the explosive jumping ability of Derek Walton. One of the best rebounding guards, not only in the Big Ten, but in the entire NCAA.
Illini continue their flurry of substitutions. They go legitimately 10 or 11 deep. Michigan with a little bit shorter bench. Wallen bringing it up. Gets a screen. Up to Wagner up top. Goes for three. That one's off the back heel. No good.
Clean look. You got to have that.
Here's Tate the other way. Tate looking for Nichols. He waves him off. Now dishes to Jordan on the right wing. Back up to Abrams. Now here's Nichols. Back to Tate. Tate on the left side. Tate finds Morgan. Good close out there by DJ Wilson. Deflected ball right to Abrams. Abrams will get it back. 7 on the shot clock. And finds a cutting Tate. And good defense by Michigan. They'll be stepped out of bounds. It's going to be a 3-second violation on Maverick Morton. So just lots of turnovers by both teams. And we really haven't seen a whole lot of scoring compared to what we expected.
Definitely not what we were expecting pre-game. Again, as I mentioned earlier, it looks a lot like Wisconsin's playing in this game. More of a slugfest Big Ten style, but not in the sense that it's been methodical. It's just been sloppy. Both teams, critical turnovers. Letting the ball hit off your hands, stepping out of bounds, multiple travels. This is not what you're used to seeing from either of these teams. We'll see how they adjust. A little timeout. Coach needs to get them under control. We're in, I think, a 3-minute scoring drought for both teams.
You're correct in that one. We have not seen scoring since Illinois got that inside bucket by Black to bring it in 17-12. That remains our score with 7:35 to go here in the first half. You mentioned it is a walkathon here, and you know, in this really tight, compact, competitive Big Ten this year, there's going to be a lot of teams right in the middle, right on the bubble, and these teams are showing why they haven't been able to get it done so far, and why, if they continue to play like this, they're going to end up on the outside looking in come tournament time.
Absolutely, and neither of these teams did themselves any real big favors in their non-conference games, unable to come away with any marquee wins against the stronger-ranked opponents. Illinois falling to West Virginia and Florida State, two teams that have turned out to have pretty good season-ranked opponents. Michigan doing the same. Almost had that marquee victory against UCLA, and probably the best game they've played all season out there. But here we are, 17-12, Michigan leading Illinois, 7:35 to go here at Chrysler Center.
All right, we are coming out of this under 8 timeout. We've seen a little bit more playing time from Xavier Simpson, but really none of those other guys we thought might get a chance here today. What do you make of that? Is it just kind of trying to light a fire under his guys in practice, or did he really mean it?
To be honest, I'm not completely sure. If there was ever an opportunity, is when teams are struggling like this, you get the young guys in, maybe bring in some fresh juice, guys who will be a little more tense, not want to make these same mistakes. Michigan is playing free, but not necessarily playing clean, and I would not be surprised to see D-line make a move deeper into the bench sometime here in the first half, get his guys a quick rest.
Nonetheless, Michigan returns with their starters. It'll be their ball going the other way. That was a 3-second violation going into the timeout. So Michigan currently in a 4-minute scoring drought. Just trying to get something going. 3 turnovers in that stretch. And once again, another delay getting this play underway. It's kind of difficult to believe that they have these long 5-minute timeouts and they still can't be ready to play when play finally resumes.
Tell you what, they need some new mop boys.
All right, we finally are back underway. Rockman will inbound it to Walton. He's bringing up the left side, gets across the timeline. Finds Irvin, right back up to Walton up top. Wolverines facing a zone by the Illini. 3-2 zone by the Illini. Wolverines getting a 3 from Walton, and that one rims out. Offensive board by DJ Wilson, puts it back up, gets it to go, and he is fouled. So that's one of the consequences of playing a zone. You take away some of your rebounding ability, and DJ Wilson able to make the Illini pay.
A deep look from Derek Walton. We're talking a couple feet short of the M. Rattles in and out. DJ Wilson, an unbelievable job getting up on the boards. He's been tremendous today, getting the and one on the putback. He's shown patience, he's shown athleticism, and he's shown a little bit of outside shooting.
Free throw is up, and that one's no good. Rebounded there by Jordan. Jordan will dish it off to Lucas, who'll bring the ball up the floor. Lucas finds Jordan over to Hinkie on the right side. Back up to Abrams up top. Now finds Lucas over to Jordan. Quick ball movement here by the Illini. This is Thorne working in the paint. Out to Jordan. Jordan for three. That one's no good. Rebounded by Derek Walton.
Flying in off the glass. Beautiful rebound, Derek Walton.
Walton coming the other way to Wagner. Wagner drives in, puts it behind his back, really showing off his athleticism. Then he traveled again. That's his third travel. Trying to get a little too fancy. He clearly has the advantage in athleticism on Thorne.
Well, I'm glad I only donated 25 cents a mile for all the walking going on here. My goodness.
And these aren't questionable calls. These are very obvious calls. They've definitely missed a few traditional ones as well. Tate bringing it up for the Illini. 19-12 for Michigan. Tate dishes to Hill. Hill right over to Abrams. Hill driving in, and he is fouled. So Hill, he is known for his ability to get to the line. 6 of 7 from the free throw stripe against Michigan in that last matchup in Champaign. But this will be his first trip to the line, for the Illini, looking to break their 3-minute, 30-second scoring drought.
And you notice how different of a game it is with Hill in there. He's so ball dominant. He's sort of running the offense through him and some down low looks in the post with Morgan. But when he's out of the game, Illinois is honestly at times look like a better team. They have a more complete team, better ball movement, more energy. But he is so talented and hits the second free throw there.
Yeah, able to split the pair after missing the first. So that makes it 19-13 Michigan. 6:30 to go here in the first half. You're listening to WCBN Sports coverage of Michigan basketball. Wilson has it on the right side, guarded by Hinkie. Over to Watson, newly checked in for the Wolverines. So young guys finally getting a little bit of a chance here. Donnell gets it up top, hands it off to Walton. Walton looking to drive. He dishes out in the corner. Watson, 7 seconds on the shot clock. 4. Watson for 3, and that one is no good. Rebounded by DJ Wilson, and 1. He is a monster on the boards.
DJ Wilson having one of his best games all season, only 14 minutes in. That's his second and 1. High energy, hustle plays. That was great ball movement by the Wolverines, using the entire shot clock. There was no panic. Sometimes you see Derek Walton get into these 5 seconds and he just sort of takes it on himself. He's going to try to shrug one off and hit an off-bounds 3. Continued to move the ball, got Watson involved. They got an open look from 3, and Wilson again able to make him pay on the offensive glass.
Wilson looking to convert on the and 1. This time he gets it to go. So the score is Illinois 13, DJ Wilson 12 of Michigan's 22 points. Michigan looking to continue their strong defense. Here's Black on the left wing, guarded by Wilson, looking for Thorne down low, but he'll have to kick it out to Hill up top. Hill guarded by Irvin. Gets a screen from Thorne. Puts it behind his back. Drives in, looking for a tough shot. Instead dishes out to Abrams. Abrams penetrating. He's forced to pull up. Difficult step-back jumper. Gets it to go. Nice play there by Tracy Abrams, the 6th-year senior.
Illinois' first bucket from the floor since I believe the 9-minute mark.
Here's DJ Wilson, finds Abdur-Rahman in the corner, gets a screen, tries to get into the lane. There he goes, he'll dish it out to Walton. Walton doubled in the left corner, but still hanging on to his dribble. And Walton is fouled again. I actually believe there'll be an illegal screen on Donnell. So they're definitely calling it tight. Both teams are now in the bonus. After this, both teams have 17 fouls. Michigan leads here 22-15 with 5:09 to go. Lucas bringing the ball up the court, across the timeline. Dishes it off to Abrams. Abrams hands it off to Hill. Hill guarded by Wilson. Now Donnell switches on to him. Finds a cutting Thorne, and he is fouled and 1. Michigan looked to trap Hill up top. Did a nice job getting it over the hands of Mark Donnell, and with Mark Donnell and Mo Wagner continuing to struggle, Teschke will come in for Mark Donnell. Mark Donnell with his 3rd foul here in limited action in the first half.
He has been tremendously ineffective here. Left his feet. That's a critical sin you cannot make. Gives him the and 1. He really came down hard on him. That was an impressive job to finish that for the and 1.
And Thorne will have a chance to pull within 4 here. A very flat free throw there, but able to get it to go. And the Illini are right back in this game. Michigan leads 22-18, 4:45 to go. Walton dishes to Irvin. Irvin looking for a cutting Teschke. He's able to find him, but unable to come down with it. Irvin penetrating to the lane, and he is fouled. He had clear path to the basket. Illinois slow to recover. He looked like he was going to elevate for the slam, but didn't have quite enough time. But he will get fouled. He'll have 2 free throws coming up here for the Wolverines.
You like to see that aggressiveness from Irvin, trying to get to the rack as opposed to settling for jumpers, something that he's been known to do. Teske, though, had a great look at it, and he, I think a little bit of that inexperience, you get him a few more minutes, and he's going to go up and try to put that one away.
First one is up, and that one is no good. Poor free throw shooting here by the Wolverines. They are 2 of 6 from the free throw line. Illini 2 of 3. In a low-scoring game like this, every point is critical. Irvin puts the second one up, and that one is no good as well. 2 of 7 from the free throw stripe here today for the Wolverines.
In a home game, no less. This Illinois student section has actually been impressively loud during the Michigan free throws, perhaps throwing them off a little bit. Not used to having that presence here in Chrysler Center.
Here's Hill, gets it down low to Thorne, working on the freshman Teske. He will get it up righty hook, and that one's no good. Good defense there by Teske. Wolverines coming the other way. Rockman looking to push it. Gets into the paint, lays it up, gets no call, and that one's no good off the glass. Illini looking to fast break the other way. Lucas getting into the paint. He'll kick it in the corner to Abrams. Abrams penetrating. He goes down, keeps his dribble. Now they'll slow it back down, go through their set. Hill coming up top looking for a screen from Nichols. Waves him away. He's been dribbling there for 10 seconds at the top of the key. Now he'll just dribble right into Teske. Here comes Walton the other way. He will lay it up and no good. But Irvin able to get the board, and he is fouled. So it'll be 1-1 for the Wolverines. Pretty poor basketball both ways as we enter the under 4 timeout.
You go from a blatant turnover, really just handing the ball off to the other team from the best player in Illinois. Michigan senior point guard misses a layup, pretty much uncontested, a little bit of defense from behind. That is just not good basketball. 22-18. We've got 40 combined points in the game where the over-under was 137. Just 3:39 to go in this one.
Yeah.
Really not what we expected, but it's a tight ball game.
Yeah, both teams shooting okay from the floor. Michigan 43%, Illinois at 47%, but Michigan really struggling at the free throw line. 2 of 7 and also 2 of 9 from 3-pointers. One area where Michigan is doing a lot better than the previous matchup is 3-point defense. Illinois shot 47% from 3 in that victory over Michigan, but they are only 0 for 2 today. They're really trying to pound the paint, and they've done a fairly good job so far when they haven't turned the ball over. But number of turnovers for both teams, 8 for the Illini, 7 for the Wolverines. And despite all those turnovers, the teams aren't capitalizing off those turnovers, mainly because it's been back-to-back-to-back turnovers. So Illini have 8 points off those 7 Wolverines turnovers, and the Wolverines have 7 off the 8 Illini turnovers. But simply, that's not good enough for either of these offenses. Very good offenses, and they're not able to convert on the opponent's mistakes.
Perhaps one overlooked aspect, the transition defense, particularly from Illinois, has been very good. Typically with guys like Duncan Robinson able to space the floor, Michigan gets a lot of transition threes. Illinois has tremendous quickness, has been able to get back. Both teams really doing a good job in transition.
And as we are in this under 4 timeout, a very warm welcome for Pep Hamilton, the new football game, passing game coordinator and QB coach. Left the assistant head coach job at the Cleveland Browns. Rather surprising move. You don't see that kind of move very often, but for the opportunity to join Jim Harbaugh's staff, and this is arguably the loudest it's been in Chrysler Arena all day long. Kind of shows you where Michigan's at athletics-wise. Michigan football is back. Michigan is a football school. And when they announced the new assistant coach for Michigan basketball, or for Michigan football, that gets the loudest cheers all day.
That is tremendous, though, to see a guy leaving the NFL to come coach for a college team. It really just doesn't happen, and it shows you some of the momentum that Michigan has sort of had here on the football end. We'll see. It remains to be seen whether this success can be parlayed into basketball or whether basketball takes a step back. And, for a few years, though, basketball was the show. Chrysler Center was the icon of Michigan sports for a while. Going to that Final Four, Elite Eight, some success getting some players into the NBA. It's going to take something else to get it going, though. We need that next Trey Burke, that next Nick Stauskas to really bring this team, because that's when Beeline teams have had success, is when they can have that one star.
1-1 for Zach Irvin. Finally gets a free throw to go. Next makes it 23-18 and ends Michigan's scoring drought. Zach Irvin will put up his second free throw. And that one is good. So Michigan sends their lead to 6 with 3:40 to go here in the first half. Tate bringing the ball up the floor. Hands it off to Hill. Guarded by Irvin. Back to Tate on the left side. Looks for a cutting Hill, but shut down by Zach Irvin. Here's Morgan up top. And we'll see an illegal screen on the Illini.
Offensive foul.
So they're definitely calling this tight, but they're calling it both ways. So you got to give the referees credit. They're calling a very fair game despite the high number of fouls. And that's going to be 10 fouls on the Illini, so Michigan will be in the double bonus the rest of the way. Wallen brings it up the floor, dishes to Irvin. Irvin passes to Wagner up top. Over to Wilson, right back to Wagner. Wagner to Wallen. Wallen to Rockman up top. Rockman looks for Wagner. Wagner pulls up for 3, and that one is good. Nice look there. Fake the pass. Gets his defender going the other way. Able to pull up and extend Michigan's lead to 9.
Michigan big men showing they can shoot the 3 ball. That will really help the spacing going into the second half, having to respect the shooting of Wagner and DJ Wilson.
Here's Hill up top, looking to drive on Irvin. Good defense there by Irvin. Over to Tate. Here's Abrams for 3. And that one is long. Another board by Derek Wallen. Coming the other way. DJ Wilson. Irvin penetrating. Lays it up and in. And that one is good. Michigan's on a mini run here.
Quarterback vision from Derek Walton getting that ball down. DJ Wilson running the floor well. Feeds it to Irvin. Beautiful play and transition from the Wolverines.
Here's Tate. Guarded by DJ Wilson. Gets into the paint. Gets him up in the air. Pull-up jumper. That one's good.
Oh.
That's how, as a smaller guy, when you have a big man on you, that's exactly what you got to do right there.
He made DJ look silly on that one.
DJ Wilson has the ball going the other way. Jab stepping from about 7 feet behind the three-point line. Here's Irvin. Irvin looking to get into the paint. Dishes to Rockman, right back to him. Irvin penetrates. That one is an offensive foul. Malcolm Hill held his ground. And the Wolverines unable to add to their lead.
Irvin trying to contest that he was under the basket in the cylinder. Referee does not agree. Ball going to Illinois. There has been a tremendous amount of turnover whistles on the offensive end, be it travels, offensive fouls, a lot of illegal screens called.
And part of that is to the nature of this reffing, that some stuff you'd get away with in a different game, but it's just also been poor basketball by both sides. Here's Black up top, guarded by Wilson. Nice ball denial there by Wilson. Malcolm Hill will pull up for 3. That one's no good. Illini 0-4 from 3 so far. Derek Wallen coming the other way. Irvin penetrating into the lane. He gets it up, lays it up, and that one's no good off the bottom of the rim. Hill coming the other way in transition. Puts it up, and that is no good, but a offensive board by Maverick Morton. And that makes it 29-22 as he lays it back up and in.
Illinois hasn't had much success, but when they've pushed the pace, they've been able to break into this Michigan defense a lot easier and get their easy looks.
Here's Wilson, looking to guard on Black. Dishes to Irvin. Irvin for 3, and that is pure. You could tell coming off his hand that was going to go down. Michigan extends their lead to 10. That's their largest lead of the game.
String music.
Here's Tate, guarded by Wallen. Hands it off to Hill, almost taken away by Wagner. Now that leaves an open lane. Penetrating is Black, and he is able to find an easy path to the bucket. Little over-aggression there by Wagner, and that leaves some space behind. No rim protector there, and Black's able to get an easy bucket.
Illinois success again, pushing the pace.
Michigan chooses not to go 2 for 1. They'll go through their set here. 20 seconds to go on the shot clock, 25 on the game clock. Gross is on the floor. Very interesting there. 8 seconds to go on the shot clock. 6, 5. Wallen penetrating. Pull-up jumper, tough shot. And that one is good. 10 seconds for the Illini to go the other way.
We're seeing both ends starting to heat up. This faster pace has been more of what we were expecting from this game.
3 seconds to go. Long 3, and that one is no good. And Michigan able to close the first half on quite a run. Michigan hits 4 of their last 5 field goals, extends their lead to 10, and they lead 34-24 going into halftime. Dennis, what are your thoughts on that last little run by the Wolverines?
Well, that was more of the basketball we were expecting to see from both teams. A little more run and gun, pushing it. Michigan finally able to hit their jump shots. That was huge. It's going to be big confidence boost going into the second half as they take this 10-point lead.
A mistake-riddled first half here at Chrysler Center, but Michigan able to come out ahead on top. That'll do it for our first half coverage of Michigan basketball. We'll be right back in about 15 minutes with a new crew. That's me, Chris Pickler, and Charlie Brown on the call for Andrew Hausman and Dennis Dahlman signing off from the first half. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be right back.
Our fans, it's now time to the Delta half-court shot contest. Matches going to have 20 seconds to shoot as many balls for half-court as necessary to make it in. If you can make it in, here is a $600 dancing truck. All right, are you ready? In 3, 2, 1, go! Attempt number 2 just off the window. Number 3 out of 20. He's getting closer. 10 seconds left. Come on, kid, you can do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. At the buzzer. Great effort, so folks. Thanks for participating in the Delta half-court shot contest.
We're up by 10. We wanted to study the world's product and make a difference. We said we were leaders, so we led. Together, we could accomplish great things. One person could do. We are Michigan. For 200 years, we never had that. To advance knowledge, to serve the public, to do good. That is our way forward.
Michigan Empire, please direct your attention to the court for a performance by Dance Vader and your Michigan Dance Team Troopers. floor for Dance Vader and your Michigan Dance Troopers.
I'm at this tailgate and nobody knows CPR, which is unfortunate because Chuck over here is about to go into cardiac arrest. Wait, what? Sorry, bud. Lucky for Chuck, anyone can do hands-only CPR, even these guys. Actually, I don't think that's... First, call 911. Then, push hard and fast in the center of the chest to the beat of Let's Go Blue. That's it. No special training, no mouth-to-mouth required. You're welcome. Just keep on pushing till help arrives. Saving a life. It's that easy.
Join us on Sunday, January 22nd for our 2017 Illinois opener against the Illinois Fighting Irish at 2 p.m. at the Chrysler Center. We hope to see you there.
Fans, be sure to check out the Inside Michigan Basketball Radio Show with Coach Beeline held at Pizza House or tune in live to WWJ 950 AM and WTKA 1050 AM. The next show will be on Monday, January 23rd. For more information, visit mgoblue.com. Here are today's UBS My Choice Around the Conference alerts. Stay up to date on what's happening with your deliveries when you sign up at UBS.com/mychoice.
Other than the Rutgers miracle? Any Rutgers win is a miracle. Yeah. Oh, Penn State, my God. I thought that was a good one. Nova almost. Hey, who does that dentist guy look like? The dentist that's sitting right here. He looks like someone. Dude. He looks identical to Todd. I swear to God he does. No, like an athlete. Or like a commentator or something. God, what does he look like? Fuck. What does he look like? Dang it. I'm gonna come at you with some generic question. Like, what does Illinois need to do right? Be ready for that one.
Colts have an important announcement forthcoming at 5:30. And welcome back, everybody. We're here at Chrysler Arena. I'm Chris Tickler. Next to me is Charlie Brown. Yes, his name really is Charlie Brown. We're at the half here as the University of Michigan leads the University of Illinois 34-24. Charlie, what does Illinois need to do better to try to come back in this one?
Well, one thing that's really been struggling for them today is the three-point shot. They haven't made a single one here tonight yet. One of the things that Michigan does very well is shoot the three. They haven't been shooting it very well either, only 4 for 11. But the difference between this game and the one that took place last week is that Illinois got hot shooting a three-point shot, especially in the second half, pulling away. Look for them to do that again today, but hopefully the Michigan defense can stop that from happening yet again.
Illinois' leading scorer is their main man, number 21, Malcolm Hill. He only has 7 points, though, in 18 minutes played. He also has 2 personal fouls, as well as 3 rebounds and 2 assists. Michigan, what do they need to do to hold this victory at home, a victory they desperately need in the Big Ten?
Well, Irvin's got to keep up that defense. He's locked down Malcolm Hill here tonight. He's one of the top 5 scorers in the Big Ten. To hold him to just 7 points in the first half, that's a huge victory for the Wolverines, and they need to keep him under 10 in the second half. They're going to have any chance of holding on to this 10-point lead.
Speaking of top guys on the offense in the Big Ten, we move over to the third best shooter in college basketball, Big Ten, excuse me. That's Mo Wagner. He also is the only one of the top 5 that has ever attempted a three-pointer this season, let alone many three-pointers. Mo Wagner, only 1 of 4, 1 of 3 from 3. He's got 3 points in 12 minutes. What did the big man need to do? We saw Mark Donnell. He's out with 3 fouls. It looks like this is Wagner and Teskey's game. What do they need to do here to hold this lead?
Yeah, they got to keep controlling the paint offensively. They're keeping Illinois out of the defensive rebounding area. One thing they have to do offensively is get more offensive rebounds. Michigan's gotten too many one-and-done shots. That's led to a lot of Illinois fast breaks. Luckily, the defense has showed up here today and have kept Illinois from scoring too many shots. But they've got to be able to get more offensive rebounds and give them second-chance points.
The rebounding game is close. The home team has 15, road team has 13, but offensive rebounds are 5-2 in favor of Michigan. We saw multiple DJ Wilson putbacks that ended up being end ones. That's a huge momentum shifter. As we get ready for the second half, DJ Wilson, probably been your man of the game so far. He leads the Michigan Wolverines. He leads the game with 12 points. Has not missed a shot, 5 of 5. He made his only 3, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He played all 20 minutes. It looks like Michigan rarely went to the bench in this one. They've got 2 guys at 19 minutes, and Derek Walton Jr., who only has 2 points, as well as Zach Irvin with 9. They haven't really gone to the bench much. We saw Teskey for a minute, Watson for a minute. We saw Donnell for 7. He's got 3 fouls, though. And as we get ready to go here in the second half, the Wolverines are going to have to look at their big man position, try to stop guys like Maverick Morgan, like Leron Black from getting in. So far, like I've said earlier, they are leading the rebounding game right now. Big second half for the Wolverines as they are currently, looks like they're on the outside looking into the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, they've got to defend the paint big time in this second half. You saw Thorne Jr. get an and one down low. Hopefully Coach Gross didn't look at that and say he wants to go to that more often, because he can tell that Michigan, they might be taller, but Illinois has proven to be the stronger opponents here today.
They've seemed stronger all day today. Wagner has looked weak through the Big Ten Conference, in my opinion. He can step back and shoot a three. He can get the rebounds. He's doing fine there. I'm not quite sure if he's the perfect big man like, say, Mitch McGarry was on that magical run to the national championship.
No, he's not. And Maverick Morgan has figured out that he can take him down low. Look for Michigan to deny the ball in the post, because right now Morgan's got him beat every time.
Walton Jr. actually leads the team with 6 rebounds. Wagner has a single rebound in 12 minutes today. Donnell has 0 in the other 7. So it's been the guards. It's been DJ Wilson, Derek Walton Jr. getting the rebounds. I would say Walton Jr. is on double-double watch. He only has 2 points, though, on 1 of 5 shooting. Yeah. Michigan's going to need him to step up, maybe get to 10 points. We'll see what happens. Thank you so much for joining us, folks. We are at Chrysler Arena. We're getting ready for the second half to begin. 34-24, the home team leads Illinois. Michigan's going to come out with Zach Irvin, Muhammad Ali, Abdul Rahman, Derek Walton Jr., Mo Wagner, and DJ Wilson. That's their starting 5 all season. Illinois will counter with Coleman Lands, Tracy Abrams, Leron Black, Malcolm Hill, and Maverick Morgan. That's their starting 5. Tracy Abrams got him on the left wing, goes to the right. He's got Derek Walton Jr. on him. Coleman Lands gets the corner wide open. 3 is long, but the rebound's going to go to Black. He's going to put it up. It's a foul on the floor. I think that's going to be on Zach Irvin.
Michigan caught a break there. You cannot leave him that wide open in the corner for 3. That's the shortest three-point shot in the court.
It was a wide open corner 3. He did miss it. They're now 0 of 6 from the three-point line. This is Tracy Abrams putting it in over Derek Walton Jr. Coleman Lands. This is a long 2 from the corner. Good.
Didn't miss it that time. Learn from his mistake right there. Michigan's got to defend on defense. Somebody's got to stay on his trail.
Here we go. This is DJ Wilson. Gets it to Wagner. Wagner going to drive in. Gets it to Irvin. Corner 3. No, it's long. Rebound goes to Abrams. We've got a foul. That's going to be on Illinois.
Going to stay down here. That was a good shot by Irvin, though. He was open. Most of the time he'll cash that in, but not today.
All right, Zach Irvin's going to take it in. The foul is going to be on, that's going to be on Morgan. That's his first. And he will be on the inbounder. Irvin gets it to Abdur Rahman. He's got the left wing. He's working against Leron Black. Still has the ball, finds Walton. Walton going to reset. Goes in the corner to DJ Wilson. Wilson's got Coleman Lands on him. Over to Wagner, top of the key. Left wing, Zach Irvin. Had DJ Wilson inside, didn't pass it to him. Tough defense by Coleman Lands. He's in the left corner. Looks like it's going to be a long 2. Now he's going to drive in. Spin move, puts it up. No! But a foul is going to be called on Coleman Lands. That's going to be his 3rd.
DJ Wilson's got to put that ball on the floor more often. He cannot stay outside. He's stronger than him.
DJ Wilson, by the way, he hasn't missed a shot so far. And that won't count because he's gonna shoot 2 here. It is on Coleman. It is his 3rd. Michigan, big problems, free throws, 4 of 9. Wilson is 1 of 2 today and make it 1 of 3. This is the best free throw shooting team in the Big Ten.
Not shooting like it today at all.
Not quite sure what's going on. Coleman Lands is going to come out. This is Tejan Lucas. I thought it was Dijon like the mustard. It is with a T. DJ Wilson takes a dribble, bends his knees, 3 more dribbles, puts it up, puts it in. It rattled around. Michigan up 9.
There you go. Maybe that'll start a free throw streak for the Wolverines.
That'll be the streak. That'll be the starter. Lucas brings it up against Walton. He's going to have to be their point guard for the rest of the game. Over to Maverick Morgan, outside Leron Black. Back to Lucas. Inside goes. That's Tracy Abrams over Wagner. No good. Wagner gets the rebounds. Michigan brings it right to left on your radio dial. Abdur Rahman's on Tracy Abrams. The switch to Morgan. Irvin in the corner. Back to Abdur Rahman. He's got the center on him. Gets inside. He's trying to move his pivot. Gets it to Wagner. Wagner's got it in the corner. He's back against Maverick Morgan. Ugly possession so far. 10 on the clock. Zach Irvin in the right wing. Brings it to the left wing. Wilson. They're down to 6 seconds. Down to 5. Top of the key. 3. Didn't want it. Gets it to Walton. Deep 3. Good! Michigan's lead. Largest lead of the game is 12.
Good shot there. Maybe not the one you wanted, but it went in either way.
And we saw this in the first half. We're going to see it again. The refs want to look at something. There's I guess they want to see it. Well, I was going to say, I guess they want to see if it's a 3, but
yeah.
That was about as deep as it gets.
Usually you do this during a timeout, not in the middle of play. I don't know why they're doing this right now.
Well, the 3 was deep. The 3 wasn't close. I think the defender could have been in 3-point range, let alone Walton. They're showing the replay, not sure.
Might have been a stoppage of clock.
So this is Walton. The Walton 3 is clear. And it looks like last time the refs just figured it out. I'm not quite sure what it is. They don't announce these kind of things. It's 38-26, Michigan on top of Illinois. 18:01 to play in the second half. I guess the refs are just joshing around, it looks like. Fouls are 2-1 in favor of Michigan. Each team has 3 timeouts remaining. Michigan comes out with the same lineup. So does Illinois. It's going to be Malcolm Hill, their superstar, to inbound to half court.
Bad it stops the game, but at least they got whatever they were getting out the way fast.
Here we go. This is Tajon Lucas. Works against Walton, who's clapping in his face. Gets it to Morgan. Morgan, their big man against Wagner. Over to Abrams. Inside to Lucas. And it's stolen. A pass by Lucas is stolen by Zach Irvin. Puts it up, puts it in. Michigan up 14. Watch out, Illinois. We saw this a week ago. We're seeing it in reverse this time.
This is a different Michigan team than the one we saw in Illinois a couple weeks ago.
A very good home team. They've only lost a couple. They're going to get it inside to Leron Black, who gets it stripped by Walton. Walton right to left. Looked like he got fouled. They're not going to call it. Gets to DJ Wilson for 3. No, it's short. Rebound gets all the way back out to DJ Wilson, and Walton's going to reset. Walton on the right wing works against their boy Malcolm Hill. Fans on their feet here in Chrysler. It's almost a sold-out house. Walton still on the right wing, gets it in the corner to Abdur Rahman, inside to Wilson, goes for the dunk, and he misses it short. That'll be his second miss of the possession. Inside, they try to make a pass. It's stolen by Abdur Rahman. That was a Tracy Abrams pass inside for Leron Black. Abdur Rahman fouled once he got the steal. That's going to be on Black, his second. Team's third. Illinois is going to have a new lineup out here now. It's going to be Morgan, Finke, Black, Abrams, and Malcolm Hill. Excuse me, not Black. It's going to be Jared Tate.
Good defense by Rahman on that last possession, though.
It's a 14-point lead. It can be more. It's Michigan ball. Wagner's got it top of the key. Gets it to Zach Irvin now, top of the key. Looks like he wants to reset. Tries to go to the left. Try to get the screen. Almost trips. He does trip, and the ball just trickles out of bounds. He wanted to foul. I'm way up here, but it sure didn't look like there was one.
No, just slips on the court. Something you just got to get over, shake it off.
Looked like his defender also slipped on him. That was Malcolm Hill. Looked like they both slipped on the same spot. Irvin had the ball. It went out of bounds. Illinois got it. It's a feed inside to Tate. Back door to Malcolm Hill. Can't hang on to the ball. That's their superstar. That's kind of showing what this entire game has been. It's a 14-point lead. The Wolverines can make it more.
Illinois lives and dies by Malcolm Hill's performance, and today they are dying bad.
He's got 7 points along with 2 fouls. Wagner, top of the key, has had it for a while. Gets it to Derek Walton Jr. Walton Jr. works against Tate. Gets a screen from Wagner right. Back left wing to Wagner. Back top of the key to Derek Walton Jr. Not a lot of movement from the Wolverines. He's going to go inside. Crosses up. Morgan puts the shot up and one. Are you kidding me? The Illinois student section is silent. Harry Chrysler, we've got a timeout on the floor. Walton's going to shoot one more. 42-26, Michigan on top. Hot dog, they're hot.
Yeah, this is a way different Michigan team than one we've seen this season. They are offensively clicking on all gears right now and cannot be stopped. And the defense looks like it's finally showed up here midway through the season. Better late than never, I suppose.
You know what? This has reminded me, maybe not the shooting as much, but just the play, the sense of momentum is reminding me of the game in Los Angeles against UCLA, the second-ranked team in the country, where they shot almost 80% from 3 in the first half. It slowed down in the second, but right now Illinois is not the UCLA Bruins. 15:59 to go. Illinois already has 4 fouls. Now that's what plagued Michigan a few days ago in Madison. It was the fact that Wisconsin got in the bonus. There were about 13 minutes left in the game.
Oh, yeah, it was crucial. And Wisconsin was able to chip away at the lead without any time going on off the clock whatsoever.
It was absolutely ugly, and Illinois now falling into that trap. Michigan only 1 team foul. Illinois up to 4. They only have 2 more to give with 15:59 to go in the second half. And for the Big Ten's best free throw shooting team, they're only shooting 5-11 from the from the free throw line. They're only shooting 5 of 14 from 3. These are ugly numbers.
Oh, yeah.
These are terrible numbers. They're shooting 50%. It's the defense that's showing up. It's these big momentum plays, these DJ Wilson N1s. We got the Walton steal into an N1 on the other side.
Talk about the penetration going on from Michigan right now. They're getting a lot of and ones because they're not afraid to attack the rim here tonight. They're not selling for open threes. You see Illinois is a little hesitant offensively. That's led to them with a lot of just bailout threes that have just not gone off for them. Still 0 for 6 on the day.
And they've only gotten to the free throw line 3 times. They are 2 of 3, which is only 3 points less than what Michigan's had with 11 attempts. That doesn't matter, as we'll get you some stats brought to you by WCBN Sports. I'd love to have an advertisement here. I don't. We got DJ Wilson, 24 minutes. He's shooting 5 of 7. It was 5 of 5 at the half with 13 points. He leads the way. Irvin next with 11 points in 23 minutes. 4 of 8 shooting, 1 of 3 from 3, 2 of 4 from the line. And finally, we've got Derek Walton Jr., the point guard, the man that's got to be the X factor if Michigan expects to do something this season. Walton with 7 points, 3 of 7 shooting, 1 of 3 from 3. He's got 6 rebounds. The double-double watch is on. Wee-woo, wee-woo.
Michigan's got to keep on that aggression, especially on defense, going after steals. Illinois a little hesitant offensively. That's why they only got 3 free throw attempts. But now they got the big man, Mike Thorne, back in the game. Look for them to dump it inside to him on Donnell.
Mike Thorne Jr., for those that don't know, number 33. He doesn't play too often. He's 6'11", 280. He's a graduate student shooting 58% from the field. He's a big 280-pound behemoth, and he is in for Illinois trying to get some sort of momentum. 3 dribbles with the right hand, spins the ball in his hand. Walton's free throw is up. Walton's free throw is good. The lead is 17. Michigan comes out with Wilson, Walton Jr., Irvin, Robinson, and Donnell. Illinois counters with Tate, Abrams, Hill, Thorne Jr., and Finke. This is Tate bringing it up left to right to Finke in the right corner. Right wing, excuse me. Malcolm Hill finds left corner. That's Abrams from 3. That's no good. Ball tipped around. Walton gets the rebounds. Watch that double-double. Walton wanted to bring it all the way. He's going to feed it to Zach Irvin. There's that free throw line mid-range jumper, no good. DJ Wilson, the rebound, misses the shot, gets his rebound back, puts it up, puts it in. Are you kidding me, DJ Wilson?
That's the offensive rebound, and Michigan has been missing all year. They finally got it tonight in DJ Wilson.
Yes, why Michigan blew that lead in Wisconsin. It was 1 foul and 2 0 points from DJ Wilson. An awful performance as Donnell is in. This is Finke with the ball, gets it to Malcolm Hill. He's got to do something inside to their big boy Thorne. Over Donnell is up and good. Nothing you can do about that one. He's 280 pounds and absolutely terrifying.
Nope, and Donnell's got 3 fouls. He's being careful out there. He can't give it all he's got defensively to stop him.
But this time he's not helping out Wagner. Wagner usually with the foul trouble, and this one only has the 1 foul still, which is pretty good for him. Irvin, the reverse layup up and good. Michigan's lead back to 19. Illinois has a couple subs ready to go. This is Tate. Tate gets it as Tracy Abrams, Malcolm Hill, top of the key, works against Zach Irvin. Irvin has shut him down today. Finke, corner 3 over DJ Wilson is good.
Good defense there. That was just an even better shot by Finke. Nothing you can do about that if you're DJ Wilson.
Don't get too comfortable, Michigan fans. Zach Irvin brings it up. We've seen it before from this team. Derek Walton Jr., top of the key, gets it left wing, Zach Irvin. Robinson trying to pick up, get it inside as he goes outside, shoots the 3, no good. Wilson didn't want to foul, Finke rebounds.
Duncan's only 1 for 2 for the 3-point line here tonight. He's not on his game so far, but hopefully he can pick it up later on.
Looks like we got a cheat foul here on Derek Walton Jr. And when I did say student section, by the way, folks, there is a huge section here, section 233 and 234, the last about 6 or 7 rows is a student section from Illinois. I didn't expect to see that.
No.
I gave them a thumbs up. Now I'm realizing they might think I'm from Illinois. I'm just saying, good job, guys. Thorne's going to come out. Looks like Finke's going to come out. They're going to have Hill and Morgan come in, along with the 3 fouls from Coleman Lewis. They get it inside. It's a 5-second call. That's a 5-second call in Illinois. They thought they got it off. That was Tate inbounding. Thought he got it off at the last second to Coleman Lucas. Instead, It's a turnover, and here comes big boy Thorne. He'll come in for Morgan. That was pretty quick.
Yeah, you don't see a 5-second call too often. Usually coaches are good at those inbound plays, but usually Coach Gross, not today. It's not working on this Michigan defense. Their best performance of the year by far.
Okay, so we just had a substitution there. Now Morgan's going to come back in for Thorne. I don't really know what's going on. Thorne's going to now Thorne's going to get ready to come back in. Maybe they were too late to bring him in.
Some confusion there.
Not quite sure what's going on. DJ Wilson's got it. He works against Nichols. Derek Walton Jr. left wing loses it, gets it back, keeps his dribble. He's got Wagner on the right with a screen. Make it the left. He's going to go in. Wagner, top of the key, 3, get in there. It's good again! Mo Wagner for 3. Donnell, by the way, now with 4 fouls. That was a Donnell foul down there. Wagner back in. And Illinois is going to call a timeout. Chrysler's going to get on their feet. Folks, it's an exciting atmosphere here in Chrysler Arena. 50-31, Michigan on top, 13:29 to play, second half.
Yeah, this is Michigan's biggest lead in Big Ten play. Illinois has no idea how to stop the dynamic duo of Mo Wagner and Donnell right now. Whenever they do, if they get the ball up top at the top of the key, they can put it on the floor, and if you're Mo Wagner, you can pull up for a 3 just like he did there, showing why he leads this team at 3-point shooting. He is now 2 for 4 on the day.
I mean, it's looking good for Michigan. We saw this in Illinois. We saw this a couple weeks ago when Michigan played them. Michigan ended up getting within 16, but they were down 20, 22 points the entire second half. We're now seeing this here in Ann Arbor as the Wolverines trying to hang on to a 19-point lead. Illinois doesn't know what hit them. They're shots.
They're getting a taste of their own medicine right now. Michigan's playing just like Illinois did last week up in Champaign.
Michigan leading the second half 16-7. They also won the first half by 10, so that certainly helps. Michigan an 8-point favorite in Vegas today. I was skeptical. I thought about going against them. I tend to do that. Just ask anyone else at the station, but it doesn't matter. I didn't do it, and I'm sure happy I didn't. Michigan up 19.
Oh, yeah. Illinois' problem right now, they're getting the open 3-point shots they drew up. They're just not able to knock them down right now. It's not Coach Gross's fault. His team's just got to be able to get those shots in the cup, and right now they are not, and that is a huge reason why they're down by 19.
I mean, 1 of 8 shooting from 3. I don't care if you're a team like Michigan that shoots 100, or if you're a team like Illinois that maybe doesn't shoot as much sometimes, which they do. 1 of 8 from the 3-point line is not going to cut it. Michigan 6 of 16, 38%. You want to be around 40, and we were talking in the earlier games, me and Nate Sorensen, also part of WCBN, we were talking about how if Michigan can shoot 40% in every single game, they have a chance to win every game.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to come down to their defense. They looked great early. We realized that was because they were playing Maryland East Shore. But if the defense can step up like they're doing right now, Malcolm Hill has been dead. 3 of 8 shooting. He's shot 1 shot and missed it here in the second half. He's been shut down by Zach Irvin.
Yeah, when Michigan plays good defense, they can be in any basketball game against any team in the country. We saw it happen when their defense didn't show up at UCLA, giving up over 100 points. But in Madison just a couple days ago when their defense came to play, they were in that game till the end.
Of course, the heartbreak in Madison, Michigan up 8 points with about 6 minutes to go. They blew that, with about 8 minutes to go, they blew that lead. Then it went back up to 6, blew that lead. Didn't really look back. They made it interesting in the last few seconds. They made Koenig make both free throws. He did, and they won by 4.
Heartbreaking game. Let's hope we're not heartbroken again here today.
50-31, Michigan on top. We're underway. Illinois brings it with Tate, Nichols, Coleman leads, Hill and Thorne Jr. The big boy, Michigan counters with Wilson, Walton Jr., Wagner, Urban, and Robinson. Inside to the big boy, Thorne, upping good. The 17-point lead. Irvin inbounds it to Walton.
They should keep going to Thorne. Wagner can't take him down there.
Thorne's a big boy. I'm not sure why he doesn't play more. He's a big guy. Walton was open under the basket for a hot sec. Irvin couldn't find him. Instead gets it to Wagner. Wagner gets tripped. Almost takes down Zach Irvin. It would have been a foul had it been the other team. Irvin holds on, goes under the basket, tries to feed Wilson, can't. It goes to Walton Jr., 5 on the clock, puts it up. No, but a foul is called. That's on Tate, and he does not like it.
That's the difference between this Michigan team here today. They're driving to the cup looking to draw fouls. Last week, they would have just settled for a mid-range jump shot by Walton. It's great to see him more aggressive here today.
And this is what you want to see as we get into as the Michigan Wolverines get in this tough stretch against Ohio State, Wisconsin, 2 against Michigan State, Minnesota. Purdue, all in one stretch as we're coming here. These are very important games for Michigan to win so they can keep their Big Ten record up, get themselves a good seeding in the Big Ten tournament, which will probably be the difference of them getting in the tournament or not. First Walton free throw was up and good. He's their man. He leads the Big Ten at about 88% for the free throw line. Spins the ball in his left hand, puts it up, puts it in. Walton now 3 of 3 on the day. And Michigan up 19 yet again.
It's good to see if that defense can still hold tight here.
Tate's their man. He gets it to Thorne, top of the key. Finds Coleman Lucas. Robinson was on him, inside to Nichols. He'll put up the mid-range jumper. No, that was from the left corner. Walton the rebounds. He's 2 rebounds away from a double-double. Wagner wants it, didn't get it. Thorne's a big guy. I can understand it. 20 on the clock. Walton still right wing. Gets it top of the key to Wagner. Over to DJ Wilson. Wilson's got Nichols on him. Rolls left. Left wing, Zach Irvin. Not close enough for a 3. Gets a screen from Wagner. He's at the free throw line. Didn't take the shot that he always does. Try to get into Wagner. Hill takes it away. He's going to go all the way back right through DJ Wilson, who is trying to draw the charge. A great Euro step inside, and he draws the foul. Didn't make the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Yeah, Zach Irvin's usually criticized for taking his mid-range shots with a hand in his face, but that time he was open around that screen. He's got to take that shot next time.
That crying baby is obviously an Illinois fan, folks, with 12 minutes. Even Stevens. First free throw is up. First free throw is good. As the Illinois student section trying to get their team back into it. You never know. Michigan has been known over the years to blow these kind of leads. We've seen it before. We might see it again here at Chrysler. Second free throw up, second free throw good. Timeout is called. Malcolm Hill's going to sit down. He's only sat for 2 minutes today. In for him is Aaron Jordan, 6'5", 190 sophomore, averaging 1 point a game.
Only 9 points. Without Malcolm Hill on the bench, Michigan's got to knock out Illinois right here with the kill shot.
The next dead ball will be a timeout, so it's a good time to get Hill on the bench. DJ Wilson works against Nichols, hands it off top of the key to Irvin. Now he rolls to the right. It looks like he got tripped. They're not going to call it. That would have been Tate had they called something. They didn't. It's going to be a turnover. It's a 17-point Michigan lead. 11:43 to go, second half.
Oh, that was not a good defensive possession. That was showing some signs of what happened back up against Iowa in the first Big Ten game, and Walden went around the screen and fell. Forced OT right there. This time around, it was Irvin around the screen. We'll go back to Illinois. Hopefully this will start a run.
Fortunately, we are at Chrysler, home of the Michigan Wolverines. They can keep this momentum. They have plenty of time, though, for Illinois to come back. They've got guys like Malcolm Hill who can get hot. They have their top scorer, Hill. After him is with 7 points is Thorne Jr. He's 3 of 4. Maybe Thorne needs to just stay in this game against Wagner.
You know, as long as Michigan keeps driving to the rim, I feel like Illinois is not good enough defensively here today to stop them, at least from drawing fouls, let alone making the shots at all. And the way Illinois is shooting the three-point shot, I know that's not really their game, but you got to make at least 3 if you're going to beat Michigan, who lives heavy on the three-point shot. They're still only just 1 for 8 on the day.
And it will be Illinois basketball when we do get back. Mike Thorne, 6'11", 280. I said it before, I'll say it again. He is a graduate. This will be his last year of eligibility, averaging 6 points a game, along with 4 rebounds, and shooting 57% from the field. Obviously, none of those are Wagner threes. Nonetheless, inside, you always like to see that from your big man.
A problem that could hinder the Wolverines later on, though, is if Illinois starts to foul them, because right now Michigan's only shooting 57% from the free throw line. They are first in the Big Ten in free throw percentage as a team. It's shocking to see them struggle so far here today. So look for Illinois. If they're down to just desperate thoughts right now, fouling might not be such a bad idea right now in that huddle.
As there's a t-shirt toss and it landed right next to us. Yes! We've done it! We've done it at WCBN! First of all time! Everyone's looking at us! Bounces off the rafters, hits us. Anyway, it is Star Wars night here at Chrysler Arena. It's got stormtroopers shooting the t-shirt cannons. I didn't know they could get this high.
Yes, great scene.
It's a
packed house here.
It is a great scene. Pep Hamilton, former Cleveland Browns quarterback coach, is now a Michigan Wolverine quarterback coach. He's sitting about right down in the third row next to the opposing area of the opposing locker rooms. Pep Hamilton, the guy that's going to develop Wilton Speight this senior year, He's got Dylan McCaffrey, brother of Christian McCaffrey, to develop for the next 4 years. Maybe redshirted, maybe the backup, you never know. That doesn't matter because we're in Chrysler Arena and we're underway. It's Tate, Nichols, Coleman, Lewis, Jordan Thorne Jr. for Illinois. Michigan's got Wilson, Walton, Wagner, Irvin, and Robinson. Jordan in, Hill out. This
Thorne
is Coleman Lewis against Duncan Robinson. Inside to Thorne. It's popped away by Wagner. Walton could have saved it, and he just stopped and watched it go out of bounds. Wagner said something to him, and there's the high five, the brotherly high five. Oh, and by the way, there's Malcolm Hill. He'll come in for Aaron Jordan with 11 on the clock.
Yeah, didn't expect to see him on the bench for too long. This is go time if you're Illinois. You don't have time to sit on the bench right now.
Duncan Robinson going to guard the inbounds against Hill. It looks like Irvin might go against Coleman Lewis here. They get it inside to Nichols. Hand off to Hill. Hill's going to roll all the way around. Goes off of his foot, out of bounds. It's going to be Michigan ball. That ball sailed. That looked like a video game glitch where the basketball just sails into the stands.
Malcolm Hill walking back. He just does not look right here today. I don't know what it is, but he is not like himself. Still walking down the court.
Derek Walton Jr. brings it up with 11 on the clock. Michigan wants that clock to go. It's Zach Irvin who works against Malcolm Hill. Right wing to Derek Walton Jr. Rolls to his right. Going to stop now. Back inside. Duncan Robinson, corner three. No, that's Michigan's best shooter. The rebound almost goes out of bounds. It goes instead to Tate. That's his second.
Good shot there by Duncan Robinson.
He's just going to roll on Walton. Looked like he may have pushed off. Walton holding his side. We'll see if he's okay. Looks like he's going to bear through it and bring it up. Looked like he got hit in the side from Tate. Doesn't matter. It's a 15-point game. Illinois fans starting to get a little excited. Top of the key is Irvin using that pivot foot to the right wing. Walton Jr. wanted to go inside. Wilson couldn't. He had Nichols on him. Rolls to the left, right back left. Zach Irvin inside. Nothing going on here for Irvin. With 5 on the clock, left wing. He's going to have to put up a bad shot. Puts up a fadeaway. 2 is up, no good. Wagner tipped it. Hill brings it down with the rebound. He was wrestling Nichols for it. Gets up ahead to Thorne, and it goes out of bounds. Couldn't hang on to it, Michigan ball.
Michigan offensively looked horrible. Everybody just standing outside the three-point line watching Irvin go to work. And, of course, he was not able to win the one-on-one battle.
Abdur Rahman's going to come in for Zach Irvin. Irvin 5 of 11, 13 points. The double-double watch, by the way, is now on for both Wilson, who needs 3 rebounds and 5 assists for a triple-double, and Walton, who needs 2 rebounds for that double-double.
Hopefully Walton is still hurting from his injury that occurred late in the Wisconsin game a couple days ago.
Hopefully he is.
He is not still
hurting. I heard it is.
Hopefully
that's not
he
okay.
is not. Hopefully he's not.
Under 10 to go. Walton's got it left wing. Takes a nice screen from Wagner. Going to put up the shot from the free throw line. Is good.
There we go.
Michigan's first points in 2 minutes, 34 seconds. It's a 17-point game. Michigan, it's weird to say when you're up 15, needed that one.
Yeah.
Tate brings it up, gets it over to Coleman Lewis. Coleman lands. I've been saying Coleman Lewis this whole time. I knew it wasn't Lewis. Coleman lands. Back left wing. It's Tate going to reset. Gets the screen from Morgan. Gets it to Morgan. Left wing. Works against Wagner. Goes backdoor inside to Tate. Good find inside to Nichols. Streaking in. It's up and good. It's a 15-point game. 9 minutes to go.
Illinois got to get in that paint. That was good there to be in the paint right there ready.
Illinois made 5 of their last 6 shots. It's Abdur Rahman top of the key to DJ Wilson. Not a lot of movement these last few possessions. Beeline's got to do something. Gets it inside to Wagner, who just forces it down Morgan's throat. Puts up the reverse layup, up and in.
There we go. Keep going 2 for 2 all game long. Just keep that 17-point lead.
Michigan just needs to hold serve. Heck, they really don't need to hold serve. Just don't get completely blown out. Don't lose the set 6 love for you tennis fans. Michigan up 17. This is Nichols. Top of the key. Gets it over to Coleman Lands. Excuse me, that's Morgan. Hill now off the court, by the way. Morgan inside with 3 on the clock. It's up, not even close. Walton the rebound. 1 more rebound, big boy. Derek Walton dribbles behind the back. Now he goes inside. Gets it right wing to Duncan Robinson. Had the shot, didn't take it. Ref gets in the way. Almost set a pick for Michigan. Robinson gets it tipped away. Illinois got it. That's Nichols. He's going to go inside. He's going to be fouled on the floor. The shot will not count. And with 8:15 to go, 56-39, Michigan on top.
That last defensive possession for Michigan, that was smart of them to know that one-on-one big man Wagner on Morgan, it's just not working today. They brought that double team over, and DJ Wilson, they were able to keep him to not making that shot.
Derek Walton Jr. out. Xavier Simpson, the 4-star freshman guard, in. He works Tate on the inbounds, gets it to Morgan. Robinson, he's known for good rebounds, almost just stole the ball there. He works against Tate. Tate wants to reset. Under 8 to go. Second half. Michigan up 17. Can it be blown?
It's a good thing I have Simpson in here, the defensive point guard.
Tate gets it to Nichols, top of the corner three, top of the paint three is no good. Xavier Simpson the rebound. Gets it all the way to DJ Wilson for the jam! Michigan has their largest lead of the game. It's 19 points.
There we go. That's good transition basketball right there. Great look for Simpson.
You look up to the Illinois students over there. They know they've got a 4-hour drive ahead of them after probably losing this game. Nonetheless, we're not done. It's Coleman Lands working it. Abdur Rahman on the left wing. Gets it over to Jordan. Weirdly, Malcolm Hill's still on the bench. Inside to Nichols, who works against DJ Wilson. Nice spin move up, and it goes out. Morgan had the rebound. It looked like it got tipped out, and now they're going to call Mo Wagner on the foul. That looked like a bailout call to me. It doesn't matter. That's only Wagner's second, which is very rare for this late in the game. We got a timeout on the floor. 7:20 to go. Second half. We're here at Chrysler Center, 58-39, Michigan on top of Illinois.
Yeah, it's good. The Wolverines to stay out of foul trouble for the most part in the second half. That way they're able to keep the big guys out there. One thing that's been plagued them this season was foul trouble. Last week against Wisconsin, DJ Wilson fouled out of the game, still in crunch time with about 2 to 3 minutes to play. Huge contributor Wolverines had to take out late in the game. Doesn't look like it's going to be a problem here today.
Fouls are even 5-5 on both teams. Illinois 2 timeouts left, Michigan 3. Possession arrow favors the home team. Student sections for both teams have died off, it seems.
Yeah, but one thing that hasn't died off is Michigan's three-point shooting. They've now hit 6 here today.
Free throws are 8 of 14. Three-pointers 6 of 17, 35%. They're shooting 51% overall from the field. You look at Illinois. They're losing on the floor. They're shooting 46%. Way losing in the three-point category. They're 1 of 9, 11%. But the free throws are 4 of 5. They have won something today, if nothing else. And as if to say this Chrysler Arena crowd is dead, the dance cam is on. We went to a kid now. They were dancing, but it was on the student section, which is completely silent right now. Cheerleaders trying to lead these cheers. Palm girls doing their thing. It's not really going to do much.
You know, it's funny how Illinois, even though they're winning in one category in free throws, we're only taking 5 free throws as opposed to 14 by the Wolverines. It may show that they're winning the free throw game, but the aggression game is going hands down to the Wolverines. They love diving in that paint so far today. Illinois settling for those outside threes. Granted, they are open. They are the smart and the right shot to take, but when you're not knocking them down, I don't know if that's really the right shot you need to be taking if you're Illinois right now.
Folks, it's a lovely day here in Ann Arbor, Michigan. My name is Chris Bigler. Next to me is actually Charlie Brown, the real one from the comics. It is a beautiful day outside, mid-40s, sunny, looking good. Yesterday was rainy, kind of cruddy.
Kids walking around campus with just shirts and T-shirts on and shorts on. They don't care. Over 40, break out the shorts.
We hope you're all having a safe day inside if you're outside. Hope the protests don't affect your traffic too much. Whatever side you're on, we're really happy you guys are here with us here at WCBN. We're about to get ready underway here in the second half with 7:20 to go. Michigan up 15. It's going to be an inbound. I cannot see who it is, but they're going to get it to Malcolm Hill. Whoever it is on Simpson. It was Tate. This is Abrams. Corner to Hill. Almost missed it. That's Jordan, Jordan gets inside. Almost has it stolen from Abdur Rahman and says it's a foul. That's Jeremy Hill. Malcolm Hill, It's on Abdur Rahman. That's his second. That's going to be Michigan's last foul to give. Michigan has been known under the John Beilein era. They do not foul. They do not turn the ball over. Least turnovers in the Big Ten, at least before the Wisconsin game. It was really ugly. We do have a moving screen on the 600-pound behemoth, Thorne Jr. He's got 7 points. It's a moving screen.
Of course, the 600 was just an exaggeration for the fans back home. 280 pumping out, though.
280. I mean, he looks so much bigger than everyone else. They get it inbound. This is Xavier Simpson right to left. It was a team control foul, so they still have one foul to give. Duncan Robinson, right wing, works against Jordan. Over to Wagner, top of the key, left wing, Zach Irvin. Robinson was going from the inside to the corner. It's going to be a foul on Jordan, perhaps? I'm not sure who they're calling it on. But yes, it is on Aaron Jordan. That's going to be his first. And both teams now going to get 1-and-1s for the next three, excuse me. Irvin gets it to Mo Wagner. 3, top of the key. Looked good. It was an air ball. And the Illinois fans like that one. That's pretty much all they have, though. They're going to get it inside to Thorne. Works against Mo Wagner. He's trying. Robinson trying to help. Robinson almost tying it up. No good. Shot no good. Rebound gets over to Aaron Gordon. Up and no good. Jordan still the rebound. Wagner can't get it, and they're going to call a jump ball. Or is it a foul?
That's going to be a foul.
Oh, I thought I saw the thumbs go up. It looked like a jump ball all the way. That's going to be 1-and-1. That's going to be on Wagner. That's his third. Wilson's going to come in for Robinson. And Aaron Jordan is going to shoot 2 for his first points of the game.
Now we'll really see if Illinois is good at the free throw line.
Let's find out. It'll be a 1-and-1 here. Michigan's got Wilson, Walton Jr., Abdul-Rahman, Wagner, and Irvin. Illinois counters with Tate, Abrams, Hill, Jordan, Thorne Jr. They're not giving up hope. First of the 1-and-1s up, no good. Malcolm Hill gets the rebound. Now it's bouncing around. Abdul-Rahman's just going to get it with 6 minutes to go. Oh, that was close. They wanted to give that one up.
Yeah, Illinois, you got to take those free throws. You have got to make them this late in the game.
Abdul-Rahman gets it to DJ Wilson on that right sideline. Top of the key, Mo Wagner to the left, Zach Irvin. Walton got a screen from Wagner. Top of the key, rolls right. Goes Wagner. He wanted the 3, didn't take it. Left wing, Wilson gets it to Irvin. Irvin going to drive, puts it up, puts it in way too easy.
Yes, go all the way, Zach. Don't pull up for the mid-range shot. Good things happen when you attack the cup.
We've seen that too many times. Under 6 to go. Michigan's largest lead is 21 here in Chrysler Arena. Illinois fans, they're not even jumping anymore.
No.
Corner, Aaron Jordan 3, in and out. They're now 1 of 10 from 3. Rebound, I believe, just went to Walton. The sirens are going off, folks. It's a double-double for Derek Walton Jr., 12 and 10. If he can get 9 more assists, which is possible, we've got a triple-double on our hands. Zach Irvin, left wing. He works against Hill. Rolls right. Corner, Abdul-Rahman drives in without 5 minutes to go. Stops his dribble in the paint. Irvin puts up a right wing 3. It's another air ball 3 for the Wolverines. Illinois' got some subs ready to come in with 5 minutes left. Hill gets it to the corner. Tate didn't take the 3. Inside gets it in to the 280. Thorne puts up the hook. No good. I'm starting to see why he might not play as much as he should.
Yeah, he's got to win those one-on-ones. He's too big to be losing those battles.
He's been shooting 57%. He's been one of the top guys in the Big Ten in shooting, actually. Today, not so much. He's at 3 of 6, which isn't bad. 7 points, 1 of 1 from the line. DJ Wilson, 4.5 minutes to go. Gets it to Abdul-Rahman on top of the key. Back left wing, Walton. He works against Jordan. Crossed up. Jordan, no good is the 3. It's from the left wing. Rebound goes to Abrams.
Not that bad of a three-point shot. They're shooting with under 5 seconds on the clock. Trying to bleed out that clock. Oh!
Other side, Malcolm Hill gets Walton in the air. It's a foul on Walton. Makes the shot. 4 subs coming in from Illinois. I think I see their coach waving a tiny white flag, if I'm correct. Yeah. Because there are a bunch of guys that did not start this game, I can assure you, except for Coleman Lewis and Hill at the line. The front end of the 1-and-1, it's up. It's good. It wanted to roll out. Excuse me, that was an N1. And the full court pressure kind of starting. They get it into Walton. It's an 18-point game with 4 minutes to go. I think the white flag's being waved.
I'm not feeling comfortable with that white flag until I see Malcolm Hill walk off that court.
Fair enough. Derek Walton Jr.'s got it on the right wing. Top of the key. Mo Wagner looking to pass it. Gets it to the DJ Wilson on the right. Gets it. Irvin. Top of the 3. Top of the key 3 didn't take it. Under 4 to go. Right wing 3 didn't take it. Now he puts it up. No good. That looked like it could have been a long 2. Abdul-Rahman comes down with it. And Michigan's going to slow it down. Wilson had the 3 in the corner. They didn't get it to him. The Michigan fans on their feet. And folks, I think Chrysler Arena is understanding what's going on here. The Wolverines are going to move on with a victory in this one against the Illini after an embarrassing loss in Champaign 2 weeks ago, a 16-point loss. Let's see if Michigan can beat that one. Nothing much has happened. Abdur-Rahman from the corner is going to drive in, puts it up over guys much bigger than him. No good. Finke the rebounds. 3 minutes to go. Next stoppage will be the final media timeout. Finke 3 in the corner, didn't take it. Wilson's right there. He's looking to get it out. Michigan, great defense. He's looking to get it out. Finally gets to Hill right at the M. He's going to reset now. He's going to drive inside. Takes down Abdur-Rahman. Euro step up and good. No foul was called. Under 3 minutes to go. Derek Walton's going to bring it up.
Not enough time for Illinois to keep driving in the paint again, too. They need to start getting threes as long as Michigan keeps wiping out 30 seconds every time they get the basketball.
You almost wonder when do the fouls start. Michigan is in the bonus now, or they will be on the next foul as Irvin's got it left wing. Trying to find Abdur-Rahman. Great job by Coleman Lands there on defense. 6 on the clock, 5 on the clock. Irvin puts out that free throw, mid-range jumper, no good. But the rebound goes to Abdur-Rahman. Walton the 3, good! No! They say it was too late. The shot clock never reset. Walton had the 3. Oh, it was good. They're going to call a shot clock. They're not even going to review this one, folks. 60-44, Michigan on top, 2:32 to go, second half. This is the last media timeout. Gotta imagine probably the last big stoppage of this game. If Illinois wants to make a comeback, they're gonna need 6 threes and to stop Michigan every time on the other side.
One thing Michigan is doing, they're stopping themselves. They're settling for bailout threes with under 5 seconds on the shot clock. I'd love to see them actually try to go at the cup like they've been doing all game long. Seems like they've forgotten how they've gotten this lead up to as much as 19. It's by driving to the rim, not by settling for open threes. They haven't made one in the last 3 minutes. This is why this lead is getting down smaller and smaller. It's down to 16. They're just trying to hold out at this point.
Michigan is going to advance to 3-4 in the Big Ten, 13-7 overall. 3-4 tying a team they lost to against Iowa, a time they beat in Penn State, a team they beat in Nebraska. And then it will be them. They're looking at teams like Michigan State, 4-2 in the Big Ten. Michigan does have an actual better overall record. But on top of the Big Ten, Maryland 5-1, Wisconsin 4-1. After this for Michigan, the tough stretch is here. They're at home on the 26th at 9 p.m. at WCBN Sports against the Indiana Hoosiers. They then go on the road in 8 days on Sunday in East Lansing, 1 p.m. WCBN Sports, you know it. February 4th at home against Ohio State, 6 p.m. February 7th, 9 p.m. against Michigan State. All of these games, probably they're going to be underdogs. Then they go to Indiana on February 12th at 1 p.m. That's another tough one. That'll be on WCBN, you know it. They then go home 3 days before my birthday, take on February 16th at 7 p.m. They take on the 17th-ranked Wisconsin Badgers here in Chrysler, looking for some revenge for that tough loss a few days ago. And the final stretch ends on my birthday. Who knows what time it'll be? The Big Ten sure doesn't. It's in Minnesota. That's a stretch of 7 games right there.
Oh, yeah.
Michigan's gonna have to win at least 3 if they want a chance at the tournament.
Michigan's not going to look down on Ohio State because, after all, they are Ohio State. But they have not played their usual brand of basketball lately. But the one thing they have been able to do is they figured out the Spartans. They beat a healthy Michigan State team with Miles Bridges just the other night. Look out for the Buckeyes. They're not as bad as their record may show them to be.
Ohio State is tied currently with Michigan and Illinois, these two teams, at 2-4 in the Big Ten. 12 of 7, all 3 are overall. That will change in the next 2.5 minutes. We're underway. Illinois trying to be cute with the ball, take as little time as possible. I don't really care. Luke is going to bring it in, gets it to the corner. They had a 3, didn't take it. That was Coleman Lands inside, going to take a long 2. No, over Wilson. Abdur-Rahman on the rebounds. Michigan can bring it down to about 150.
Good defensive possession there by the Wolverines. Might be what seals it right there. Illinois could not have empty possessions, and they just had one. That might have been the nail in the coffin right there.
I realized I forgot to send out the tweet at the start of the second half to join us here at WCBN. Oh, Andrew Hausman right next to me. Looks like he got it. A very clutch shot, if I do say so myself. 4 on the shot clock. Walton's going to bring it in. Looks like he pushed off. No foul is called. Off the front of the rim, no good. 1:50 to go. Illinois got to hurry.
Got to drive the basketball. Come on. I know we don't need any more points, but just good for confidence to be able to drive to the hoop and pick up some more points.
Shot up, no good, but it's going to be a foul. I have no idea what they called it on. It's going to be on Muhammad Ali Abdul-Rahman, his third. It wouldn't matter if there wasn't 1:45 on the clock.
Yeah, I don't think Illinois thinks they can win this basketball game. We're at 2 minutes left, and they're still not fouling.
Yes, a very, very good analysis there. First free throw up and good for Hill. He's got 15, if that makes any difference. I don't think it does. It's a 15-point lead. He needs another 15.
No, but at least the Wolverines did exactly what they needed to in keeping him under 10 points for the second half.
Shot up and good. Folks in Vegas biting their fingernails. It's an 8-point spread. Michigan up by 14 right now. I think you're feeling pretty good Michigan betters. Abdul-Rahman brings it. He's going to bring it in against the full court pressure. He's got Wagner if he wants him deep. Instead, he goes to Wilson in the corner. He's going to drive it up on Nichols. Still drives it up. And right when they get the steal, that was Coleman Lands. A foul is called with 1:40 to go. Illinois' coach not thrilled about that one. Wilson will shoot 2. 1-1.
Yeah, Michigan had a little bit of a breakdown there offensively. Didn't know where to go with the basketball. Illinois, that was good. That was good inbound defense by them.
So 1-1 for Wilson. They've struggled so far, has Michigan from the free throw line. They're 8 of 14. They're the best shooting free throw shooting team in the Big Ten. First free throw up. It is off the back of the iron. Hits the front of the iron, then the right of the iron, and through.
It's the friendly bounce there.
Thank you, Fitz Chrysler, for building this stadium. It's fantastic. It's named after you. Thanks for the free throw. Oh, man, the Illinois student section really trying now. It's not going to work.
Better get
Shots
those
up
early
and good.
seats on the bus if you're them.
Yeah, you better, have fun with that 4-hour drive you have coming about now. Duncan Robinson comes in for Mo Wagner. Lucas is letting the ball roll. Walton's just going to let him with 1:40 to go. Picks it up. Moving left to right. He's just going to drive inside to Walton. Just let him have it. Walton fouls him. The shot goes in. It's an N1 for Dijon Lucas. Not Dijon, Tajon. He is not Mustard.
Man, with this free throw, could get down to 13.
Oh, man. Bummer City. Here we go, folks. First free throw up, or the only free throw up and good. Abdul-Rahman's got it on the full court press. Had Walton open, now he's got Duncan Robinson open. Gets it to Derek Walton Jr., who works against Lucas. He's going to bring it up right, bring it up left, back right. He crosses the line with 23 to go. He's going to let this thing go out. There will be about 1 minute 5 seconds after the shot clock goes off. Illinois not fouling, meaning this game is over. Michigan will get the victory. I said it once before, but I'll say it again. The Wolverines look not bad, and they're going to get bailed out with 7 on the clock. Duncan Robinson's probably going to shoot a 1-1. Yes, it is Duncan Robinson.
And he did that driving the basketball. That's what happens when you try to drive the basketball. Draw fouls, get to the free throw line.
The foul is on Nichols' third. Hopefully he doesn't get 2 more. First free throw up. First free throw good. Robinson's got a whopping 4. Hasn't looked great today. He's their best shooter. Doesn't matter. Robinson, one dribble with the right hand, spins it in the left, puts it up, puts it in. Back to 15 points. Xavier Simpson's going to come in for Duncan Robinson. With 1:12 to go, it's a 15-point lead for Michigan. Fans starting to head for the exits. They have been the last few minutes. They know what's going to happen. They're going to beat the traffic. Lucas picks it up at half court. He's going to try to drive it inside. Gets it inside to Finke. Finke gets the ball swatted away by Wilson. Doesn't matter. It's a foul. They're going to shoot 2.
That was a nice dish there, though, to Finke.
Duncan Robinson getting ready to come back in, probably 4. Muhammad Ali Abdul-Rahman for the offense, as if it matters. Finke's got 3 points. He averages 7. First free throw is up. First free throw is good. It's a 14-point game. Robinson's going to replace. Did he?
He's going to replace Xavier Simpson.
Oh, Xavier Simpson. Forgot he was on the court. My bad.
Yeah, they're going to want Duncan Robinson's free throw ability over Simpson's.
Yes.
Just a freshman, but a bright future.
First free throw up. He is the future. No good. Robinson can't get the rebound. It goes to Coleman, lands. A three-pointer by Nichols is no good, and the rebound goes off Lucas's foot. Michigan ball. It would have been an 11-point game. This is even Stevens, 1 minute on the clock. I guess they wanted to make it interesting, but not too interesting. They get the inbound into DJ Wilson. He's trapped in the corner. Gets it to Abdur Rahman. He's got 5 seconds to get over half court line. He's going to. Maybe. 2 seconds. 1 second on the spin move, and he's fouled right when he loses the ball.
He got bailed out there thinking he was coming from behind for that steal.
That was Lucas. It's going to be his second. He is not happy with that call. Guess what? Doesn't matter. Abdur Rahman on the 1-and-1 here. He can make it a 16-point game. That's the magic number, folks. That's how much Michigan lost on the road in Illinois. First free throw up, first free throw good. When they don't matter, they go in.
Payback time, baby.
Payback time. They're at 13 of 19 from the free throw line, which is not as bad as it was. 4 dribbles with the right hand. Bends his leg, puts it up. It's going to be missed to the right. Lucas brings it up left to right. You got to imagine Illinois might not foul here. Brings it left wing. Now deep three off the backboard is good.
Banks open today?
It's a 12-point game.
Huh.
Closes at 8. Abdur Rahman gets it into Zach Irvin in the corner. They could trap him. They just decide they don't want to do that. Gets it to Walton with 3 seconds to get over the line. He was fouled by Jordan intentionally. They didn't call it. He keeps his dribble, and Lucas is just going to swat it. And my goodness.
Usually I'm a fan of the refs letting the boys play, but I think they realize Illinois has no point in fouling. They are going to lose this game.
Jordan tried to foul him about 10 seconds ago. There's 26.4 on the clock. Shooting 2 there in the double bonus. It's Derek Walton Jr. He can make it a 14-point game. First free throw is in his hands. Now it's up. Now it's long. It's 13 of 21 for the Wolverines from the free throw line. Unacceptable if you're John Beilein. You're going to be hearing about that because you got the stretch starting in a few days. Second free throw is up. Second free throw is good. It's a 13-point game. It's 66-53. That might be the final score. Xavier Simpson in for Duncan Robinson. Nichols gets it inside. Simpson forces Lucas to pick it up way back at the baseline. He's now going to try to go inside to Simpson. He's fouled before the shot. Michigan fans getting a little frustrated. They want to see this one end, but it will not end yet.
Too many fouls being called here late if you're Michigan defensively. Just let Illinois get to the basket. Don't allow them to get and ones.
21 fouls, from the home team. 20 from Illinois. Dijon Mustard Lucas, as the kids call him. Going to shoot 2. First free throw up off the front of the rim and good. Duncan Robinson's going to come in for Xavier Simpson.
All about the matchups. It's all about the matchups.
Sure. It's a 12-point game, 19.9 to go. Michigan going to advance on as the second free throw is up. Second free throw bounces around and in. Abdur Rahman's got it. Gets it to Walton. He's going to bring it up. They're not fouling. They're trying to trap. Gets it to Abdur Rahman. He gets it above the half-court line. It looks like they're trying to steal. They're not going to foul.
Stop.
They get the steal. That's Nichols. Brings it up with 6 seconds left. Layups up and good. It's a 9-point game. Duncan Robinson now has to get it in. What is happening? Gets it to Derek Walton Jr. They're trying to foul. They're not going to do it. Gets it to Duncan Robinson. That's going to be the final score. 66-57. Michigan wins by 9. Not exactly what we want to see. Las Vegas folks, take a deep breath. They do cover the spread. 66-57 is our final, folks. Leading scorer for Michigan, 19 points from DJ Wilson. 7 of 10 shooting, 1 of 2 3 with 7 rebounds and 5 assists. It's the boy for Illinois. It is Malcolm Hill, 16 points on 5 of 10 shooting. He missed both of his threes, 6 of 7 from the line. And our special double-double announcement, our WCBN official player of the game, Derek Walton Jr., 13 points of 36 minutes, 11 rebounds, 4 of 10 shooting, 1 of 4 from 3, 4 of 5 from the line. Guys, thank you so much for joining us here on WCBN Sports. I'm Chris Pickler.
Charlie Brown here.
His name really is Charlie Brown, folks. Trust me.
Not a joke.
I really didn't believe it. His fans just really like Charles Schultz. Folks, thank you so much for joining us. Your final score here in Ann Arbor, 66-57. Michigan defeats the University of Illinois Fighting Illini. For WCBN Sports, I'm Chris Pickler with a good night and a go blue.